And there's different ones you can go through, so you can kind of give Reaper here this cool little ghostly like effect, like he's the Invisible Man. Hey there everybody, and welcome back to the Digital Power Workshop. It is I, the contrast lighter that drowns your image in the darkness, Techno Meow Tinkerer. And today we'll be covering Chroma Key. Now some of you may already be familiar with Chroma Key, especially Chroma Green, or green keying I should say, if you ever kept up with movies and stuff, because they always use the green canvas when they want to superimpose a background, a specific background. Now new studios do it too, but they use the blue keying because if you have that light hitting the green canvas in a small studio, it tends to create a green highlight or halo on all the other objects in the shot, so it makes it look like everybody's kind of got this little sickly green going on. But besides that, let's get on into Olive so we can actually cover this. Let's log on in. And I'm going to go ahead and move myself on over. You can always watch my video on OBS to kind of see how I'm doing this. I am actually going to set myself up later on for where I don't have to keep sliding everything around. But as you can see here, I already got Reaper the Death in, the little warning I done. I went in and brought in a bunch of other images. And it's not going to be too much to go through here because they all kind of do some of the same things. But we're just going to quickly go through here. So you got my green background, your Chroma Key green, or your green key, and you come down here to where it says keying under the effects tab, and Chroma Key is what I want. And if you've seen my past videos, or some of these I've talked about how I did this. I found that if I go to 50 and then 55, I can get this, I can kind of get it where it's semi-nice. I still got a slight rugged edge there, and I haven't figured out yet how to get rid of that. Other than, it might have to do with the actual original video of this, because I did use a green cloth for the background, but wasn't Chroma Key green. And so I went in and I did edit, so it might be why that's kind of getting that little rough edge there. And you can also use it, go ahead and deactivate or disable this so we can kind of see what we got going on. Oh, come on. Oh, I do got it already for some reason. As you can, it don't work too well on this. Now, let me bring these back to the 0 here. Now, what you can do is you can kind of go in here and you click on this color picker. Let me just grab this one I've been playing around with. And this will let you, whatever area of the screen you go to, you can pick the color. So if I click there, add custom colors, and then hit OK, whoops, that took out too much. May have to need to go in and pick a different color. And let's pick probably one right there. Add it, hit OK, and then we can probably play around with the tolerance levels. See what we can get. And so you can use different color backgrounds, and you usually want a color background that is different than let's see if you're going to disable that, then what's in your foreground. And I'm going to see here, as you can tell, I got a giant spider infestation. Tarantulas here is demanding energon from me. But we'll go on up here back to the effects tool, come down to keying, and I color key. And I like, whoops, let me make sure actually I'm on this one. So I can come over here and like if I pick an orange, I select the orange and I hit OK. It does most of the stuff, but you see how it's kind of ghosting part of me right here. And so this is an issue that you may have if you got. And see, my specific skin tone is in the orange family. Usually how I make this type of skin tone is I usually use a very light orange family. So that's part of one reason why it's bleeding through here and ghosting me, because here in the shadow it's more of a darker orange. And it kind of starts fading away before Tarantulas does. Look, Tarantulas is on a ghost hand. Let's go and let's see if I can do this. Delete all three of these. Yeah, and go ahead and turn these, enable these back on. So the next one we're going to cover is Color Finder. And this one kind of works. It feels like it works on a grayscale, going from black to white, because you see here it takes out the and I'm doing the bottom one at the same time I'm doing the top, just so you see that now. And that's what happens when you got everything multiple selected. But as you can see, it takes out the black, gray, yes, and left and white. But if I keep going this way, the green goes, and then we finally get the white mask go. So that's what I'm figuring this thing's working, is working on a monochromatic view of the scale. So it's whatever color is considered the darkest or the lightest. And there's different ones you can go through. So you can kind of give a Reaper here this cool little ghostly like effect, like he's the invisible man. Or you could probably say he actually, not the invisible man, but you can see that his body is a window into another dimension, which would be a cool effect to do. And go through different saturations. Of course, you can do the invert of these. And like I said, with most of these, I do not see. Let me make sure I got just this one selected. Now here, especially when you get down to saturation on this one, oops, invert, I can pretty get close to actually just having this by itself. So now this is floating in space. Yeah, I got all this stuff over here on my bin, but there ain't nothing a crop can't get rid of. I mean, I got a little bit of some stuff there, so may have to play around with some of the settings here. Did I delete the other one? I'm going to delete those. So yeah, you may have to play around with some of the settings. And I'm just showing you basically how it reacts to different backgrounds or different setups, because you can see here is starting to take Tarantulas away and part of my arm here. Do it that way, reverses. Hey, that gives you a nice little shadowy look. Need saturation as well. You go through. I think these kind of fit certain color spectrums. And what's weird is how I click on the blue and it takes most of the orange out. Because technically, orange is the opposite of blue. It's contrasting color. And so I haven't fully understand how it's set up or operational. I just know it does that. Let's see, go back to enable. The next one is on here. The key is dispel. I have not been able to figure out what it does. I have used it on this video. I've used it on the other two images. I do not see a difference. I'm told it's supposed to work with Chroma Key, and I've done that, and I still have not seen much of a difference. So I honestly don't know what this one is for. And the last one is Luma Key. I might as well go ahead and add this one since I already added it to the second one. Luma Key, it doesn't work too great for some of the stuff I got right here. It kind of, if I get to a certain area, it kind of makes it look like a ghostly Reaper the Death. Of course, the invert. I think what Luma Key really is good for is if you got, say, like your high contrast setting. So, like you're in a dark area and you have a window with a bright background and you want to change what's in that window. I think that's what it can be for. Or you could probably do the reverse if you are in a bright lit area but you got a opening someplace in the dark background. You can probably change it to something else. That's the main thing I can see that what Luma Key is actually could be useful for. Now, I wish I had an image. I couldn't find an image in any of my files that I had that could show that. At least not any that I could think of that I would try to keep from getting copyright strike, because I could probably go through all my videos and find one. You can kind of see it here a little bit. How it kind of fleshes out some stuff. Gives me the do it just right. It's almost kind of here. It gives me almost like that saturation and the color finder. Disable. And of course our last one, our spider, trying to still demanding the energon from me. And so, yeah, like I said, depending upon what it is, like I said, I think it does its best with if you got like a light background, or not a light background. It's like you're riding and you want to change the scene in the outside your car as you're recording yourself. And you see some people do it, which ain't a very smart thing to do if you're driving. Let's see, go to delete that. And we're back to old Reaper the Rat here. Oops, oh well. And that's pretty much it for keying in Olive Video Editor. And if you want to know how to adjust the colors to see if it helps you with some of the finer details of your keying, check out my video on color control in Olive, a quick guide. And if you like my content, please like and subscribe and share this video with anyone you think might find it interesting. Have a blessed day.